Pi is in radian, what do you mean? Yes, radian mode, correct. Okay, so we're gonna do one question from chapter 11.1, this set of worksheet. Which question do you want me to go through? I'll just go through one, proving question. I can't go through all. Proving is really about you getting your hands dirty, trying out yourself, because then you will be familiar with the different formulas here. Okay, so just a recap, this is given the Pythagorean identities. Only this is given, this three. The rest are not given. So this one you must memorize. This one you must memorize. Okay, so these two other formulas you must memorize. Can? I really need you to go home and try the proving yourself. That is the only way you can learn. And then it's only when you don't know how to prove, then you come and find me. I can help you. Okay? Because if I just go through and you just copy, you won't learn anything, one. You really won't learn anything. Okay, Ken? So one question. Which one should I go through? Homework A? Okay, so we'll go through homework A. This one? Yes? Yu Heng, you need me to go through homework A? Don't need. Okay, so you can. Then the rest of you need. Never do, right? Okay, so I will go through homework A. Okay, prove the following identity. 1 minus cosine square over 1 plus sine equals to sine. Okay? So they even give you the clue lah, how to do it. Actually, exam got no clue given one. Okay, exam there will be no clue given. Okay, so we always choose the more complicated start to start. So in this case, left hand side is more complicated. Start with left hand side. Okay, so from the left hand side, look at the right hand side. At the right hand side, there's only one sign, right? That means I want to, in this case, I have two terms. I want to combine to become one term. So the next step is to make them the same denominator. Logical? Yeah. Right? Combine to one fraction. So 1 is just, 1 can be anything. So I can write this as 1 plus sine theta minus cosine square theta. Okay? Okay, why? Are you writing this down? Yeah, can you, take out, ask me to go through everything that worksheet not ready? Good. Okay, then from here, it might look a bit complicated, right? Like going nowhere. But remember, ultimately, I only one sign. Okay, so what should I do to this cosine? Change logical, right? Because I want sine, that's my end goal. Okay, so all the cosine I don't want, change. So let's change. I know that cosine is given by 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, remember the identity? Sine square plus cosine square equals to 1. Okay, so if sine square plus cosine square equals to 1, then cosine square must be 1 minus sine square, correct? Then the denominator, no change. 1 plus sine theta. Okay, then from here, let's expand the bracket. And then when I expand the bracket, y'all will realize something. You realize? 1 minus 1 is gone. Right? The constant 1 minus 1 is gone. I'm left with sine theta plus sine square theta, which I can factorize. That's right. So I can factorize sine theta to be left with 1 plus sine theta. And then cancel that out to get my right hand side. Done. Shown. Yes.
I think you may need to go to question C.
Okay, can question what?
Question C.
C. Need help with C? Can you managed to do it? Oh, he managed to do it already.
He use AI?
Oh, but do you understand? I mean, if you understand, then, you know, I don't want to go through every single question because I have to teach you solving. Yes, so also can. Right, yeah. So Ainsley asked a very good question. Ainsley asked a good question. I used a different method, but I managed to prove right hand side. Can. So that's the beauty of this proving question. It really depends on what you see, right? And how you process it. So that's why I say, get your hands dirty and try. Okay, so you must really sit there and apply the formula. That's the only way you can improve for this chapter. Alright? Okay, so I will not, so you notice that my method actually did not use the hint at all. I didn't use the hint at all. Yeah, so you can actually do it without the hint. Okay?
What is 1 plus is sine?
This one? Here to here, is it? Because 1 minus 1, 0 ma. So I'm left with sine theta plus sine square theta. Yeah, so I factorize out the sine law. Yeah, I'm doing two things in a single step. Can? Any questions? Okay. Jaren, do you need me to go through any questions? Or you haven't got time to try the rest?
Question, try 5.
Try it 5. Okay, try it 5. Okay, let me briefly go through. I think just now Kai Xuan also asked me about try it 5. Okay, so I'll go through try it 5 also. Okay, what is, again, we will start left hand side because clearly left hand side looks more complicated. Okay, right hand side, cosecant square. What is cosecant? 1 over sine, right? So you remember, cotangent is tangent lah, duh. So it's only sine and cosine that will get confused, right? You only get confused with sine and cosine, the reciprocal function. Like I said, if there's a co already, then it will not be any more cos, right? So cosecant is 1 over sine square theta. Okay, so that's your ultimate goal. You must remember at the back of your mind, I eventually want to achieve at the bottom 1 over sine square theta, which is equals to cosecant square theta shown. I want to do this. Okay, so I start with that, I want to end with this. Okay, so what's the first thing I will do? What do you think is the first thing we should do? What's cotangent? What's cotangent square? Sine over cosine, is it? Cosine over sine, yes. Okay, so remember that cotangent is the reciprocal of the tangent function. So if the tangent function is sine over cosine, then the reciprocal will be cosine over sine. Make sense? Reciprocal means you flip ma. Benny, you okay? Reciprocal means you flip. So cotangent is cosine over sine. Can? Cotangent is 1 over tangent. Then tangent is sine over cosine. So 1 over tangent will be the flip of it, cosine over sine. Okay, so this will become cosine square over sine square divided by 1 minus sine square. Okay, I'll write it like that. Because I don't want to write the fraction on top. Very ugly. I forgot the square. Okay, so how now? Remember, ultimately, I only want sine. I don't want the cosine, right? So what should I do to this cosine? Jaren, what do you think I have to do next? Any formulas I can apply over here to simplify something? Yeah, divide, okay. Divide will be keep, change, flip, right? So keep, change, flip. Okay, then what now? What other formulas can I use here? Any formulas that I have not tapped on? The first one, right? 1 minus sine square is equals to cosine square. Can see that? Okay, so that's why over here it becomes where? Here. So the denominator will now become cosine square. Can? So same thing, the Pythagorean identity. Sine square plus cosine square equals to 1. And then from here, you all can see already lah. There is a common factor. So therefore, the answer is that. Done. Okay? Can I? Okay, so I'll leave you to try out the rest of the proving questions. The revision package I prepared for you all also have proving questions for you to try. Okay, so once you're done with that, you go and practice over there. Over the weekend lah. Go and get it done, okay? Alright, we'll now move on with 11.2. Yesterday I went through 10F, right? I haven't finished yet. So can I go and look at 10F? Question 4. So let's go to worksheet 10F. Done, ah? Melissa, you okay with the proving that I went through? You were sick, you were very lost. Now are you feeling better? Yeah, go and try, go and try. You haven't got time to try, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. F is here. Okay. Yesterday I went through question 3. So today I will go through question 4. This is worksheet 10F. Okay, so the way we do it is the same as yesterday, right? Yesterday I went through the steps for solving, right? You all remember? Step 1, find, or maybe we should say step 1 is isolate trigo. Yes. Huh? No, it's not there. Infection, is it? Inside, ah?
Yeah, then when I touch it, then it hurts.
Then don't touch.
Something like got
Yeah. Don't touch, don't touch.
toilet take tissue. Because no one here got tissue.
Oh, okay. Can. You go toilet. Okay, so the step 1 of solving. Huh? You don't like radian? Oh, it's the same as degree, actually. It's just a bit of a conversion. It'll take some time for you to get used to it. Okay, step 1, isolate the trigo function. Why I put this as step 1? Because later y'all will see some of the equations are not so direct. You cannot just solve. You have to go and do a bit of things first, right? You know like how quadratic equation, I will not give you all in that form that you can straight away apply like quadratic formula or something. Okay, I will give you something, you have to go and expand, move everything to one side, correct? So same idea here. Isolate the trigo function, okay? So it's either you have it like that. So either you have sine x equals to something, cosine x equals to something, or tangent x equals to something. Okay, so this is what it means by isolate the trigo function. Understand? Okay, that means in front, there should be no numbers. There should be no numbers in front. If there's a number, you divide over. Clear? Okay, so that's isolating trigo function. Step 2, yes. Yeah, I will share. Step 2, you are supposed to find the basic angle. Always. Find basic angle alpha. Okay, so basic angle alpha can be found by taking the tangent inverse, sine inverse, or cosine inverse. So alpha is equals to sine inverse of something. Shh. Move on already. Okay, cosine inverse of something, and alpha is tangent inverse of something. Rohan, I need Rennie to listen. I know you know, but you know, she... Okay, so find the basic angle.
If you ask me this kind of question, then I don't want to write alpha.
Yes, correct.
Only this kind of question.
Yes, correct.
Only
Values in bracket
when content.
are positive. Okay, so don't need to put the minus sign inside the bracket. No need, To find basic angle, we use positive values. Then what is the minus sign for? If there's a minus sign there, then what is it for? Useless, Like for example, this question. For example, this question on sine x equals to negative half. Yes, so the sign in front tells you the quadrant. Okay, so let me write it down. Step 3, using sine and trigo function, determine which quadrant angle X is in. So this is using your ASTC. Okay, so you know that sine is positive in the first and second quadrant. If in this box there's a negative value, then it will be third and fourth. Right? And then you know that cosine is positive. Cosine is positive in the first and fourth quadrant. So if this value is negative, then it will be second and third. Logical? Okay, and then the last one, tangent is positive in the first and third quadrant. So if this is a negative value, then it will be second and fourth. Okay? And then finally, step 4. Okay, write values of X based on range of X values given. Okay, so like yesterday I demonstrated, right? Between 0 to 360, the number of answers are different. If I change the range to negative 360 to 360, then my answers will double. Okay, because you have to understand that the sine and cosine and tangent functions are periodic functions. So depending on the range that we look at, okay, it will change. Yes? Step 1. Step 1 is isolate trigo function. Okay, so these are the 4 steps. And it will be the same no matter what we do today. So today we're going to practice this intensively. Okay, let's look at the first question and try to apply, part A, to try to apply this. Solve the following questions for x from 0 to 2 pi. So in this case, the moment you read this question, immediately in your mind, radian mode. Okay, your mind must switch to radian mode. So your calculator also switch. Okay, switch calculator to radian mode. Because you don't want to end up sabotaging yourself. Alright? Okay, so first step, isolate the trigo function. In this case, already isolated. Okay, we are doing the level 1 questions. So the trigo function is already isolated for you. Okay, so we'll move on to step 2. Step 2, find the basic angle. Okay, so let's find. Basic angle is found by taking alpha sine inverse of the value. In this case, half. Very good. Okay, so sine inverse of half, right? And then what is sine inverse of half in your, what you call that? What is that? What's that word called? Special angle. Half is a special angle, right? Sine something gives you half. So what's that special angle? Sine inverse half is 90? Yes? Pi over 2, yes. Okay, so sine inverse half is pi over 2. Okay, then, so this is a bit special. It's 90 degrees. Oh, then this question is a bit lame. Because it's it's 90 degrees. Okay, never mind. Still can do. Okay, so 90 degrees, right? And then it tell you that it's in which quadrant is this in? So that's the second step. Step 3. Step 3, using the sign and the trigo ratio, determine which quadrant is it in. So let's draw our ASTC. ASTC. Eh?
Then it's 30. So it's 180 degrees.
Yeah, it's 30. Oh, yeah. No wonder lah. Okay, sorry. It's pi over 6. Square root. Yeah. Sine inverse of half. It's 30 degrees. And 30 changed to 180 is pi over 6. Okay, so pi over 6. Then, from 0 to 2 pi, I have negative here. Negative. Right? So if it's negative, which quadrant are we talking about? Yes, tangent and cosine. Okay? So this angle exists in the third and the fourth quadrant. Right? So the first value will be here. And the second value will be here. Okay, so based on the position, x will take the value of pi, which is 180, because remember that this part is pi, right? This is 0, pi over 2, pi, and 3 pi over 2. These are the 4 quadrants. Okay, 90, 180, 270, and 360. So 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so that's why the first value will be pi plus pi over 6. And then the second value will be 2 pi minus pi over 6. Can? Because this value here is pi over 6. Yeah. Okay, then you can write down your final answer in exact form. 7 pi over 6 as well as 11 pi over 6. Thank you. Radian. Done. Okay, so in A math, you can leave your answer in terms of pi. It's okay. Questions? No? Okay, now you all want to try one question by yourself? Because I already guided you all yesterday. Today is similar, just that it's in radian mode. Okay? So now you can try. Let's try. Try tangent lah, try B, since we are on this page. Okay, can you all try B? Then after that we can do chapter 11 already. You are ready already. I'll just do 2 questions only, then the rest you all can do by yourself. Okay, I'll try first. I will pause the video later then I continue.